Hey guys, we're back again looking at another figure kit. This week we'll be looking at Masterbox's 1/24 scale Irene. Let's open her on up and take a look. Unfortunately, the head popped off on its own from the sprue, which is a bit of a disappointment, but at the same time just means we'll start with it. Now, in terms of the sculpting of the face, they did a very nice job and created a very high quality reproduction. However, there are some very nasty mold lines that you're going to have to clean up, and fortunately, they do go into the hair. So that is something to be aware of. Another complaint is lack of mounting pegs to use, and that's it. Something I've noticed with Masterbox figure kits is they don't make them super easy to attach. So that is something to be aware of. So I guess we'll start at the top of the sprue, which has mainly her limbs and her hat. Interestingly, how they decided to do the hat, with the main top part of the top hat being a separate part from the base. You could, in theory, get away with two different styles of hats if you wanted to. Either just the hat bottom section or the full top hat. So that's something to be aware of, and I don't know if that was by intention or just a happy accident. As far as the rest of the casting of the parts, overall, no real complaints. Again, the detailing is very high quality. However, you will have to do a bit of cleanup for all the mold lines, which fortunately are pretty much on most of the parts. So that is something that is a bit of a downer, but is what it is. It's a workable problem. Now, moving on to her torso. This is where you can really see a lot more of the detailing level. All the ruffles, folds, and small little details that have gone into the dress. And hopefully a lot of this will show up on camera. And much the same in the back. They did decide to do it as two halves down the middle. I questioned decision making on doing it that way. I do believe there's got to be a better way you could do it and get the casting to the same level of quality. But fortunately, I don't have the power to make those kinds of decisions. Beyond that, got ponytails and her very interesting looking umbrella gun. When I initially picked this up, I thought she was just carrying like an umbrella. Did not realize it was also a gun. So that's an interesting design choice. But it does fit with the whole steampunk look they're going for with these figures. As I said, assembly is pretty straightforward and basic. There's not a lot in terms of options or areas you could potentially mess up. It's almost shake and bake levels. As for paint scheme, it lists the colors, which are referenced back here. I do wish they would include a copy of that in the actual instruction manuals, just so you're not having to fish around for the box. But that's, I'll admit, is a bit nitpicky. So, overall, the figure, as from a pure subject matter standpoint, is interesting. I mean, you don't get that many steampunk figures. So it's one to definitely maybe look at getting, just for the fact that it's just that far out there. And, you could always throw it into a bit of a diorama for that bit of a screwball factor. In terms of the quality of the kit, the casting quality is high. The detail level is very high. I just wish some of the design aspects, as far as how they chose to do some of the parts, could have been better. So that was a look at Masterbox's 1/24 scale Irene. very interesting subject matter for a figure that's, for most part, I would say, done very well. So, until next time.